I'm not sure how long Tony has been coming to Creativity Explored, but it's been a long time. I think he's been coming here for at least 20 years. I've been here for almost 18 years, and he was definitely here for a while before me. So Tony, and he comes full-time, and I think he's been coming full-time forever, and he's in his 80s, I think. And he's just this amazing, active, vital artist. He has a couple of people that really like his work and collect his work. A consistency in approach or style that he has that gets applied to whatever media he happens to be working with at the time. And sometimes he'll do a very minimal kind of setup where it's just maybe black ink on white paper. And then other times he'll have all these undercolors and then these circles and dashes on top of that, and then maybe paint markers on top of that, and then you get these really dense dimensional kind of fields of shape and color and form.
He was doing a lot of drawing and painting and a lot of sort of color field paintings, which was interesting to me because he's very deliberate and very sweet and careful in the way he draws these like little circles and dashes. I don't know if they're figures or if I've heard him say they're flowers or animals. He seems it seems like what he labels them can be easily suggested by whomever's talking with him.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Come on, we go this way.
How are you?
Fine. You're back, huh?
Yeah.
There it is. Keep the sun up there.
Yeah, the sun's coming out.
Yes,
The other day while we were walking, he was telling me about, he will reveal things about himself sort of in fragments. And he was talking about Christmas and how he used to spend Christmas in Mexico. And it's obvious in his art, when you look at his art, that he's lived through, I feel like his work looks like work of his era. He's an older man and he's lived through the abstract expressionist period and these periods of art that actually kind of seem to show up in his work. His work looks like it could be of that time. So with the prints, you really see that. You see the relationship between one shape to another. And his use of color is so strong too. Within his larger paintings, you can see like across the painting that the colors that he's chosen to put next to each other. And then with the print, it becomes much more discrete because one thing is one shade of green, another's a shade of orange, and you really can see that decision making with his colors, which has a very natural way with color. He knows what looks good.
Tony, what do you think about over here? Do you think that should go higher or lower?
Higher.
Higher? Like here? Maybe
Yeah.
over to the right more so it gets branches out? How about there? Do you think that looks good, Tony?
Yeah, top.
Let me just take out the bottom. That looks good up there.
Tony, this afternoon we're talking about your artwork.
Yeah.
Are you nervous?
Nope.
No. Are you excited?
No.
No? Why?
The picture was there.
Are you happy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does everybody know about Van Gogh? Well, he's an artist from a long time ago. And he spent a lot of time working, as much time working as Tony spends working. Or as you spend working, every single day for hours and hours. And he was passionate about painting. And sometimes he didn't even have food to eat when he painted. And sometimes he didn't have a place to sleep. And sometimes he went crazy because he was hungry and it was such a struggle. And he didn't feel that anyone cared about his work. So why do we paint every day? Is it because we're going to sell our work? No. You guys know that more than anyone, right? So how many hours a day do you think you work, Tony?
How many hours do you work on this, Tony? A lot?
Yeah, you have to work, like, you get here about 9 o'clock, you start working right away, and you work on this piece maybe, what, 2 days a week?
More.
Or more? But he works on different pieces on other days. So Tony's immensely productive. Like, you work really hard. You have to keep pretty busy to make a piece like that, don't you? Do these pieces seem extreme to you?
One does.
One does. Which one? Tony's piece? And the other piece, do you find that that's extreme or unusual or wild?
They all look nice, different.
They look different, nice but different. How are they different?
Flowers.
Flowers? This one looks like flowers to you?
I think art should challenge you a little bit. It shouldn't just be, something, it should be interesting, exactly. There should be something to think about when you look at art. Well, thank you. Thanks. Does anyone? Okay, all right. Thanks.